Now we are on the way to our hotel to pick up our our luggage, and then we go to the airport by horse. He's surprised. Even our taxi driver is surprised we go by horse to the airport. I think that's the square, that's the square, that's the square, that's the square, but this is only at night. This is the famous square here in Marrakesh, and it's only at night that there's things happening here. Best airport in the world. Best music. We like to come to the airport just for music. Thank you. So, I'm here in Marrakesh, the market, the night market, and imagine this is only 6 weeks after Iceland, and in between we were in Germany having a good time, in Romania, and great time in Portugal and seminar. And many times I get an email from people saying, oh, how great a life you have, and I would like to have a life like you. And I want to show you that it's really it's a matter of choice to a big degree. Of course not for everybody, but for more people than you imagine. How many people have a second home, and they have paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for a second home, just that they can go to the same vacation place every year, year after year, until they are old. And for our trips, we pay in most places $100 or $200 per night, and then a little bit food, and that's $5,000 a month. So how many people of you really spend $5,000 a month? And then you say, of course you have some duties like a house, a child, a husband, a work. And in a way you say, Kiran has it very easy. He has people in Germany making his device. He has people in California selling his device. He has great websites that do all the publicity for him. So basically, he can do what he wants to do, and it's all been taken care of by all the other people around him. So, of course, that's a way to not see reality. The reality is that the more you go into the uncertain, into take a risk, and the more you take the unpredictable as part of your life, the more, I would say, the more things are become possible. But of course, also you are more confronted with your own limitations and with the ideas of your culture that really in the end want you to become predictable and security dependent, and so it's a process, and I want to show many people that it's not a question of money in the first place, that it's not a question of good luck. It's a question of choice to a big degree, and to know that the culture around you has a big effect on what choices you make. So you are not really as free as they want you to think. That's the first step, to see that you are not really free to make your choices, that to a big degree you are a result of your culture. And of course this realization comes only when you try to start to challenge all these conventions. And so the central idea of my system is the aspect of the Dili, to coming into a dynamic labil equilibrium. That means to reduce more and more those stabilizing effects that make our life so apparently secure. And it's a certain pattern of life, it's a certain securities that you have in terms of money, and not to give them up, because this is again a way to escape the Dili, the polarity, but to risk them. At certain times you have to risk those securities and go out into the unknown. And then you can experience something of 1001 Night, and you can see that when you are in this state of the unpredictable, of change that you don't make yourself, it's something that you are open to this change, then more and more you get in contact with the informational matrix, and things become inspiring to you, and they come to you in a most unexpected way, and you will see every day is full of creativity and coincidences that makes you watch and wonder, and this way also create a real face, a real connection to the divine, because you know you are not in charge anymore. You have given up the control to direct and secure your life. And this is where real faith comes in, a faith that is not built on some kind of dogmas or beliefs. It's built on experience that it works. It's possible to live without preconceptions, without securities, without habits, without the rules of your society. And then you start like a child again, wandering the world, and you see what Jesus meant when he said, if you do not become like children, you will not enter the paradise of heaven. And this heaven is there right every moment when you are just open in the unknown, in the unpredictable. And this way, come closer to yourself, and all the work we are doing with the core, and now especially with the laser, is re-establishing this sensual connection with yourself that is really the basis for the ability to live in this realm of the unpredictable that is so frightening for you otherwise. So join me on this, maybe by joining the Medoc, by giving your comments and feedback, and by making some steps in this direction. Call for prayer. Look how many people go there. It's about 2 o'clock now. I have no idea what they're doing here. Just a normal day. It's 3 a.m. now, and I'm on one of my nightly walks, and starts to be more calm, at least in this part of the street. And again, when you are in this place of uncertainty, there is not even the night certain rest anymore, but also the days are not only activity. One alters with the other in a way that you never thought before possible. And you start to see all the different cycles of humanity as possible. It's just another form of life. And you are part of it. You're not only the spectator, you're part of it. You feel it. So, good night for tonight. And if you go to Mahoks, go to Marrakesh.